I don't think so. No, 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 no. I don't think so. No, 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 no. It's never, ever, 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 ever gonna happen. I don't think so.
I haven't finished cleaning up in here. I haven't even gotten close, but I want to paint. I want to paint. I hate this. 7 years of looking at this and I hate it and I want to paint it. Is this the time to paint? No, I should clean first, but I don't care. Bought the paint. We're gonna do this. Well, I don't even know what day I am on for this project. I had hoped it would be pretty fast, and it was going very fast, and it could go very fast, except that I want to install shelves on the walls and create more vertical storage space and just get stuff off the floor. And because I don't have enough room and the weather is not great, it's very cloudy and rainy, I can't put anything outside. So I basically can only move things into the center of this area, which means I can only really do one wall at a time. And so as I did the walls, as I painted the walls, I wanted to add the shelves and then put all the other stuff back in place and ideally load stuff onto the shelves and have a whole wall completely finished. So on this wall, which was the last one that I filmed, I have spent 3 days working on shelves and trying to figure out how to make shelves. You can see the evidence of that here. It appears to be a really simple process. You screw a couple 2x4s together and make a bracket, brace, whatever they're called, and boom. I can't do it. Like, I cannot do it. I tried to cut mitered edges and using a miter box, and it takes me 25 to 45 minutes just to make one cut through a 2x4, one 45-degree angle cut. And I can't even get the screws. I can't even get the screws into the 2x4s to hold all these pieces together and keep everything straight. So I've just spent another hour working on this bracket, trying to get the screws together with my very imperfectly cut mitered piece. And I just like, these are the things that always really hit me hard as a single female homeowner. Nobody taught me how to do this stuff, and I don't have the tools for it. And that's not to say like that might be an obstacle for any gender. It might be. But like, I don't think I've ever known a man who didn't have a full set of tools and all the electric saws and all the things and know how to use them. You know, I've had to figure out how to use mine as I go. And I only have basic tools like a circular saw and a power drill, and they're old and they don't work well, and the miter box, which is powered by this, and clearly that's not great. And it's just so discouraging. Like, I feel so overwhelmed already by doing these projects just as they are, because it's hard. It's a lot of work. And like, I'm not talking about being married or anything. Like, it's not about having a romantic relationship. For me, the hardships of being single are that we only prioritize romantic partnerships and then parent-child relationships in this culture. Everything else just doesn't matter. And so as single women, we're living in this framework where we don't have anybody to count on or to help us. We are completely on our own. And sometimes that's fine, and sometimes that's easy. But a lot of times like this, it is so hard. I don't have a friend to drop by and bring me something to eat while I'm working on this, or to help me move the heavy things. And as a woman, I wasn't raised learning how to do basic home repairs or home improvements, like building shelves on the wall. It is not that difficult. It's not that difficult. I have seen a million YouTube videos on how to do it, and yet I can't do it. I can't figure out what I'm doing wrong. But like, I can't figure out how to get things to stay together, because once I start drilling, then all of a sudden I'm off by 1/4 of an inch, and then that makes everything else a mess. And like, I don't know what I'm doing wrong, because when they do it on YouTube, it always turns out perfectly. So clearly they know something that I don't know, and I don't know. And it's frustrating, and it makes me feel discouraged, and I don't know what else to do at this point but to jettison the plans for making shelves and move on with the painting, because it's going to get colder as the week goes on, and I don't want to be out here in 30 degrees. So I'm going to work on the rest of the painting and try to finish that up, and then at some point this winter come back to this. Maybe I'll buy pre-made shelves. Like, I literally don't care anymore. I just I'm very discouraged, because I don't feel like this is the efficient way to do things. I feel like this is a huge waste of time, and I'm discouraged by the time I've already wasted, and how alone it makes me feel to not be able to have the knowledge or the tools or the help, like the actual community help. It's so overwhelming, and it's just gets me every time I do a home improvement project or try to make a home repair. I end up in this space, and it's so frustrating. So this is the door that leads into my house, and because I'm having a little bit of a rough day today, nothing is working out the way I wanted to. I thought I would do a fun project. I didn't actually initially plan to do this when I first started, but I have this amazing green paint. I don't know if you can see that. So this is something that I picked out years ago for a little project, and I've had it ever since, and there's plenty of paint in there. And I figured, like, I'm gonna end up throwing it away at some point, meaning taking it to the proper disposal situation. And why not use it to bring some color and light into this space? And I thought that color in particular, because to me, green is my favorite color, and I think it just signifies abundance and beauty and love, and I really, really like it. And so I thought it might be a nice color for the door that leads into the house, like something that would be lovely to look at when I drive my car in here. That's the first thing I'm gonna see, and walking into that space through that color. I just thought that would be pretty. It's not really the perfect time to be doing this, but I realized that it's going to get colder and colder as the week goes on. This is the last semi-warm day, and it's not warm at all. It's like 40 degrees, but this is the last day that it's going to be around 40, and after that it's going to be dropping lower and lower. So I thought, if I'm going to have this door open, today needs to be the day that we do this, so let's do it. All right. This is very green and very old paint, as you can see. I don't know if this is gonna work. All right, it appears to be okay, so. Let's do it. I'm absolutely terrified right now. Kombucha, and then we got to do some detail work. That's a hobbit door. That's a hobbit door. It's beautiful. I love it. I'm glad I did it. It took a lot longer than I thought it would, like 4 times as long as I thought it would. And that's just the first coat. I forgot to prime it. And this is just one of those things that happens. And I don't have the energy to care. If it starts chipping off, I'm gonna leave it all winter, and then I will sand out the raw edges, whatever falls off, prime it, put another coat of paint on it. Hopefully that'll be fine, whatevs. But right now, I love it. It's just so cute. It makes me feel like a hobbit. I love it. So I think what I'm gonna do is finish up this wall. And I use the term finish loosely because I can't actually finish it. I can't do the shelves. I'm done with the shelves for now. I'm gonna have to come back and do that another time. So I'm going to just put everything back where it was at least and get some space opened up so that I can start working on the opposite wall here, hopefully tomorrow. And then the ceiling, I would like to be done with the painting of the walls and ceiling by this weekend, or like at the end of the weekend. And that way I can hopefully save myself some time out here in the cold. And then after that, I'm gonna figure out what to do about these details, like this door, the shelves. That is something that needs to happen. I need to be able to actually clean up this entire space so that I can get the car back in here. That's the goal. I want the car in here during the winter time, period. End of story. So that is my biggest goal, is to just clear space for the car and then start getting it on the walls and organized. So let's do that. I think what I will do for this project is release the videos slowly because I wanted to do it all at once and then show the finished garage at the end of the video, and that's not going to happen for a long time. So I also think that would make this video insanely long. So I think what we're going to do is just do it in pieces, and I've got enough content now for at least one video. So we'll start there and then finish up after that, hopefully. Okay. I also had an idea that maybe I should try to store some of the lumber on that shelf, like on the top of the shelf. So that might be worth playing around with, but I need some music again, so I'll be back. Okay, so I'm making progress. I decided to try moving the shelf against the wall and then putting the lumber on it. It's precarious, it's not safe, but I don't use it a lot. I don't use that space a lot, and I'll be extra careful. My goal is to use most of that lumber so that it's not such a big stack and it's not an issue. I have more to add, smaller pieces on the next shelf down. I probably don't have enough space there to put it all. So I'm kind of trying to figure out what to do about that. I might move them so that they're sticking out, just because I think that would allow me to have more space, even though it would be uglier. I'd rather do that for now, again, until I'm able to use all that lumber up, which is the goal. I'm gonna keep working on this. And as much as I hate the fact that I basically haven't done any painting today, except for the door, which doesn't really count, I have to do this. Like, there's no getting around this. I cannot move the stuff off of that wall until I have cleaned up this stuff and this wall. And I think I might sign off here, and seems like a good breaking point, and then I'll show you the results of this, or at least an update of it as I go. I have no idea how long this will actually take me, probably longer than I imagine. So I will I will continue to do updates, maybe 1 or 2 more videos. So don't forget to like and subscribe so you can follow along. All right, I'll see you next time, and wish me luck.